So I think an interesting thing to remember when we're doing these EU4 AI only series is that by the end of the game there are constant wars, especially with only 32 nations involved. Now that everyone is like all across the world, there's all sorts of reasons why you want to declare war on a nation. There's all these chain of alliances going on. We need to remember that for the next EU4 AI series, like I said, because it's going to pay off at the end.
I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun, and it is the last, few decades left in this game, so it's just... There's just always been wars to talk about, and that's what I love. That is what is absolutely fun. Wait a second. Oh, that's right. That's right. I totally forgot that Sweden has joined England with their conquest of the Celts. But actually, in the British Isles, the Celts are dominating. They're doing a good job. They've got about the same amount of regiments. I don't know how this is possible, to be honest. I have no idea. They have access to either hire mercs or build regiments in Ireland and send them across the strait, because I don't know, for some reason the England's ships are not protecting the Irish Sea. So that's part of the reason why I think maybe Ireland's been able to get up about the same military size. I mean, I don't know where all this manpower is coming from, to be honest. Maybe they've got a lot of money. I don't know. I know that Canada's probably helping them out a lot. They're probably transferring some trade power and stuff like that, but I'm shocked that just with these provinces, the Celts are able to keep up with England. Normally, like in a regular EU4 game, if this is a Scottish game, oh my gosh, you're going to get demolished. They're not going to win this attack, though. They tried it once in the last video. Wait a second. They are again. What is going on? Do you have an awesome general? I got to figure out what's going on here. You've got an okay general, better than England. England's got a 1-2 in fire, 2-3. So they are getting constantly, every single roll, an additional 1 point. They have more morale, same military tactics, and about the same size. Boom. Again. Jeez, Celts, I got to give it to you, man. That's pretty impressive. I am impressed. But the English AI is being kind of dumb, and again, they should be protecting the Irish Sea, because look, this regiment is going to come across and continue to reinforce these regiments that the Celts control. This might actually backfire heavily in the Celts' favor, potentially. I mean, the good thing is that I don't think you can declare an independence war while the Celts are also at war. I don't believe. Am I right about that? Okay, so all the wars have ended. Let's see what the Russians decided to take from the Ottomans. Nothing, it looks like. It looks like they didn't take much of anything. It's funny because, the AI that has actually done the most impact to the Ottomans specifically is actually Venice. Venice was the one that was doing the most, just dominating against the Ottomans, taking all this stuff just north of the Black Sea. Pretty impressive. I have to give it to the Venetians. I don't give them enough credit, but they have a lot of little land that I just can't believe that they have just stayed this successful. Especially in their region, I figured, in the Adriatic Sea, there's not really much colonization going on. I didn't think they were going to have this good of a game, but I'm impressed. They've got some good allies as well. They're allied to Florence, and they've been really cool with Florence for the almost the entirety of the game. I can't remember back before a time where they weren't allied. So that's pretty cool. It's been a while since they've stayed true to each other for quite a bit. This is probably my favorite part of the map. It's just so interesting and intricate, and I don't know, it's just like constantly new colors. Look at this. Seriously, I can taste the rainbow just looking at this. Yes, Lenny face. I can really taste the rainbow. I mean, I'm looking at this and I'm just like, wow, that's cool. I want to live somewhere in here. But I'm sure there's probably a lot of... I don't know how it looks like when there's battles going on in that region. Another war has popped up. It's an independence war for Oregon. Rome has decided to support Oregon of Spain. So that means that New Rome, Rome, Mexico, Rome, Louisiana, and Spain, Mexico. So this is also an independence war for Mexico as well. The USA has decided to join. Oh my gosh. The USA are going to back the supporters. They're not. It's so funny. I thought that independent nations that were formerly colonies, they would be backing more colonies, but the USA is so evil. This is the second time we've seen this, where first the USA decided to not let Canada become independent. I bet you right now, Oregon's not going to gain their independence. With the USA around, I doubt it. Plus, you're talking about a huge army that you're going to have to face against Poland, Florence. Syria's not going to hurt you too much, but the USA is the biggest issue. Spain, luckily, has Alaska on their side. There's no way I see that. Well, Mexico's actually in a pretty good location. They've got a 3-star general and a pretty good military, but it doesn't matter. They both have to be dominating the wars. That's something that we've seen from these independences. Yes, they both have to dominate the wars in order for stuff to happen, for big things to happen. Well, we'll see. I mean, they're going to have to get territory through English Louisiana, so maybe not. Maybe this is going to be okay. Maybe. I don't know. Actually, yeah, because they don't like each other. Yeah, they hate each other. There's no way military access is going to be given from Louisiana to the USA. Yeah, I mean, New Rome's going to get completely messed up here, but that's fine. But, you know, the USA does have some ships. They're kind of preoccupied with New Rome, so this gives Spain, Mexico, and Oregon some time. Although, who do you have to worry about? That's right, Alaska. Now, who is this? I imagine that Alaska doesn't have very valuable provinces. No offense, Alaska, but I'm just saying, according to the game, I don't think so. Yeah, like, I don't think they have much of an army at all. They don't. They really don't. I don't see anything. Oregon's got a bigger navy and just a bigger military in general. Well, there you go. Good job, Oregon. And boom, actually, just like that, Oregon got a lot of their supporters. They left. Rome is gone. Rome and their colonies have decided to not help out anymore. Dang. Come on. I mean, I guess I understand, but still, they're technically still winning this. I mean, if Oregon can dominate Alaska, and maybe they're just in a good location, maybe if another war pops up, they could be okay. It is possible, because Rome might have, at the end of the day, Rome might have pulled down and made it harder. We saw that with France. When France was trying to help out the Netherlands and La Plata trying to gain their own independence, France kind of brought down the war. They brought down the war score, and France couldn't do it anymore, and then they peaced out. It may be because Oregon and their location that they're in, I mean, maybe they luck out. Maybe Spain's like, yeah, forget it. I don't want to go all the way to New World. No, I don't think so. Let's just not go today. Let's stay back. Isabella. Maybe that's what Isabella's thinking. I don't know. But so far, I see nothing in the middle. USA hasn't landed anything. The USA, I don't think, is even really trying, are they? They haven't landed anything. Spain, Mexico's doing fine. They are blockading some ports, but that's fine. It doesn't matter. They don't care about that. I think they need to actually come and get territory. Well, they're going to get some war score by dominating Alaska like they are. Yeah, they're going to get quite a bit, actually. There's nothing else. Wow, so maybe this could happen. They're at 6 war score. It's possible. I mean, what really needs to happen for Mexico and Oregon, they need something else to happen in Europe. A big major war to go down. And then it's like, okay, you know, Europe is going to be like, whatever, New World, it's fine. We don't need that stuff anymore. That's so 15th century, you know. I don't think they got there in the 15th century. I'm just saying that maybe 16th century. But anyways, maybe that would be the best bet. They're at 9 war score. This is good. War goal. The attacker controls, so they control their I guess, their own provinces that they would need. They're at 10. They're getting to 10 very soon. Is this a good time to maybe check on armies? It has been a while. Persian's still #1 army in the world. I don't think that's going to change. The Zulu at 114,000. Exactly. 114,000. Force limit for the Persians is at 210. Oh my gosh. Netherlands have a pretty high force limit, though, as well. Man, I'm impressed by Persia. I think that maybe Persia needs to get this win here. Let's go ahead and double-check the score, though, while we wait. I mean, I might have to just... Oh, dang. I mean, Persia's been so impressive. Score comparison, it's still France. It's still the same. 1 through 5 seems to be about the same. Egypt, I think, is slowly starting to catch up, but... actually, you know what? If anything, the Netherlands are starting to catch up a little bit. Persia will certainly pass Spain really soon. So Persia's going to grab that 3rd spot. I mean, the Netherlands have a chance here. If they hold on to their colonies and maybe France doesn't, then maybe... I don't know if that has an effect on score. We'll have to wait and see. Oh no. The USA has landed. I don't know who they got military access through, but the USA actually managed to get you... Oh, but Spain, Mexico is over here. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. Venice is over here, too. It just took them a while. I figured that if it took them long enough, well, you got to figure out something. You got a stack of 32. You're going to try your best. They also have a 2-star general, so that doesn't make things any easier. Poor Oregon. That's too bad. I can't see. Oh, they're at -4. They're at -17 war score now. Is this what they... Oh, man, the USA again. Just like single-handedly, the USA just completely smacked Oregon in the face. But, I mean, hey, Mexico's returning the favor. Oh, there's the peace deal. Yep. Nothing. Ah, man. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. USA, I don't know. I've been quite disappointed in you in this campaign. I do love the, it's freedom, freedom for all nations, like, that's your thing, USA. Like, I feel like you should be supporting the independence of the New World. That way and then if you want to take them over, it'd be a lot easier. Maybe it wouldn't be, technically, because Well, I would say it was. I would. The New World colonies really can only ally themselves with only a few nations. I don't know. I'm shocked. I don't know. Just kind of not too happy with the USA. Brazil's been good. I would say Brazil's been pretty nice. They haven't really done much. I like that. They haven't been too mean to any sort of possible nations that just want some freedom. 1763. Let's see what's going on with the colonization. Seems like it's closing down. There are only a few remaining provinces here, and I think this is where a lot of the Netherlands are gaining most of their power from. Surprisingly enough, they might catch France. Let's double check on that score thing again. Let's check on score comparison. Are they getting more? Yeah, technically, look at this, 6.91 this month, whereas the French were only getting 1.88. Is it possible for the Netherlands to swoop in on a victory from France because of their colonization skills? And I gotta give it to them. That AI is smart. I mean, if the Netherlands swoop in and get a higher score than the French, I have got to give it to them because that is impressive. And that would be the second time the Netherlands in an AI-only battle did really, really well. I mean, what was France doing exactly? I guess they went after just less valuable provinces. They went hardcore after Australia and New Zealand. But, you know, I think that, you know, maybe William got lucky. It could be a luck thing. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't... Obviously, it looks like, according to Europe, France probably controls more valuable provinces. But in terms of colonization, mainly out here in Eastern Asia, this stuff is good. This is some good stuff. And I think that France has also maybe stopped the colonization, a lot of their colonization. I would say so. It looks that way, doesn't it? Okay, let's get back into the war ledger part of the screen. Nothing's going on. Seems to be a nice relaxing moment in time for most of the world until I think things just start to destroy each other. I do kind of want to double check on alliances, especially England. So whatever happened with that war? They didn't take anything, did they? No, the Celts actually grabbed Cumbria. Is that how you pronounce that one? Yeah, it looks like it. Dang, the Celts. I can't believe that. How? How did they do that? Is the North Sea just racking in the dough? 8.3 ducats? Not really. I mean, they're transferring a lot of power out. It looks like it. Maybe they're transferring a lot in the North Seas. I mean, the North Sea is a bit more valuable than it is normally. I'm impressed. I got to give it to them. That is pretty shocking. Wait a second. What's going on here? England noble rebels. It does look like rebels don't have as much of an impact. 3-star general for Florence. As well as they've got 48,000 men. Wow, who would have thought they'd have that much? Spain looks like they have less. But maybe it's because they've been involved in a whole bunch of separate wars at the time. But yeah, no, who would have thought? That's pretty crazy. That's what's going on with Russia. They're allied to the Byzantium Empire, which is pretty smart when you have Sweden to the north, which I know that they don't like Sweden. Yeah, you also have the Polish. Poland has actually been really quiet. They've stopped. I thought that, you know, with their armies, they could have just boom, 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 started rolling through nations, but that has not been the case. They've really stopped. I think they've let a lot of nations go off the hook. They could have continued to go after Austria, maybe destroying Greece. They could have really taken a lot from Greece. Assyria is looking good with their empire. I gotta give it to Assyria. I love the Eastern Assyrian Empire here. It looks pretty. I have to say, it looks very pretty. Now, who doesn't like Assyria? See, I'm impressed with Assyria's game too, only because they've always been in a tough situation in between pretty much everybody that hates them. And I don't know why the Persians never got up in an alliance with the Assyrians. It was probably smart of the Persians because now they have an even better game allied to Poland and Sweden. Much better. Oh, they were forced to annul their treaty with the Ottomans. As you can see, they just have that royal marriage up. Wow. Anything going on in the New World? Nothing new. Oh, here's a new war that's happened. Venice versus the Egyptians. So Venice wants to expand their colonization. They're trying to grab more of the Egyptians' territory. I think that Venice has been the only European nation, I think personally, that has been able to win wars against the Islamic alliance. And will we see that again? They're fighting Carthage, Morocco, and that's it. And Egypt, of course. But I mean, Venice has been the only people that I've seen. I mean, maybe it's just the Ottomans that they've won wars against. They also, I can't remember if they stole this province from Carthage, maybe through a war, or if they just colonized it while it was uncolonized. I think it was that they took it from Carthage. But yeah, I think Venice is really, off the top of my head, the only nation that has been able to go into Islamic territory and take provinces, take actual provinces. I mean, they're I know that they're a small nation, but these lands, this territory is really profitable in terms of manpower and, of course, ducats. But, I mean, as you can see, Florence looks really small, but they have 48,000 men. I know that, compared to Persia, that's not very much, but just compared to their size, it's like, wow, that's impressive. But that's because also you have to remember that I gave city-states increased development. They have decreased development, so it doesn't cost them as much to develop it, and it's smarter for them to stay tall rather than go wide. Oh, it looks like another war has popped up. Yes, it is. The Austrians have declared against the Greeks. Austria has called in their allies of Sweden and Riga, and Greece has called in Russia. I don't know why Catherine is allied to Alexander, but so far Austria is not winning too much. They're not winning at all. Again, let's double check on these. So this is a Venice Egyptian imperialist war, and I think one of you guys mentioned to me that the imperialist war costs less diplomatic points to annex provinces. Is that something like that? As well as same thing, imperialist war for Austria and Greece. I think it's something about diplomatic points costing less, if I remember correctly. And thank you guys. I apologize if that's not correct, but something like that. So yeah, Greece is doing good. I mean, the Austrians are kind of divided, and how does Venice? Venice would probably give them military access. I bet you they already do. They probably have given Austria military access. Germany does not like Austria, and pretty much Germany's game has been destroyed because Austria got up some alliances, and they were a big enough alliance to push them back. So I'm thinking that Russia's going to get pretty messed up here. I mean, I do kind of want to see what would happen between Sweden and Russia, and this is the perfect example. It really is because, well, actually it's not, because Riga is kind of helping the Swedish in the west of the Russian Empire. But I do want to see like a one-on-one here, Riga versus the Russians versus Sweden. I think it'd be close. I personally think it would be close, but maybe not. Maybe I'm smoking crack here. I would think that it'd be a little bit closer than most people would assume. Any other wars that popped up? Venice is actually not winning their war. Just as I started saying that I feel like out of the Europeans, the only person I thought that was dominating the Islamic alliance was the Venetians. That's not the case anymore. They're probably going to get pushed out. Who knows? They'll probably get pushed out of northern Africa. I don't know if they're going to lose Crete. Surprised that they haven't lost Biga yet. I'm surprised that they've kept hold of this stuff in the north of the Black Sea. That's pretty shocking too. Still, nobody for Japan. Nobody's even gone over here yet. I want to see who's going to colonize here. I mean, it's getting closer. Who is this? Is this Egypt? No, that's Assyria, huh? Man, I got to give it to Assyria. And their colonization? Dang. Assyria's played a really, really good game. And some of you guys assumed that Assyria was going to win, even if they weren't that big. I'm impressed. They are. I mean, they aren't that big, but they are really strong. And they've stayed alive. If they were in a better situation with better alliances, yeah, I could definitely see them playing, getting a lot luckier and maybe winning this game. So we have another war, Poland versus Russia. Ooh, but the Netherlands have joined in, so you know that Poland's going to have two fronts to fight, as well as Venice has joined in. Oh, that's not good for Poland. The Persians have also... Oh, but it's Poland and Persia. Who's going to win this? Oh, Poland and Persia. Ooh, I don't know. So... is there any way Persia can get towards Russian territory? Maybe. If they get military access through the Ottomans, then yeah, I would say so. But you're also fighting the Byzantium Empire, so it doesn't matter. You're probably not going to go that far. Luckily for the Persians, Netherlands never landed any troops in this territory, as well as none of this is forted, I don't believe. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong. It is forted. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.